Quick run through of the teams. The Lancashire team, number 1, Mick Burke. Number 2, Barry Ledger. 3, David Stevenson. 4, Kieran O'Loughlin. 5, Joe Lydon. 6, Tony Myler. 7, Andy Gregory, captain. 8, Mike O'Neill. 9, Carl Webb. 10, Paul Forber. 11, Bob Eccles. 12, John Fieldhouse. 13, John Pendlebury. The substitutes for Lancashire, number 14, Sean Edwards. Number 15, Sean Wayne. The Yorkshire team at number 1, Andy Kay. Number 2, Carl Gibson. Number 3, Gary Hyde. Number 4, Andy Mason. At 5, David Laws. Number 6, John Joyner, captain. Number 7, Derek Fox. At 8, Brendan Hill. 9, David Watkinson. Number 10, Mick Morgan. A very late change that. Mick's in the team. Number 11, David Hobbs. Number 12, Chris Burton. At 13, David Heron. And the substitutes for Yorkshire, 14, Paul Lyman. 15, Andy Dennett. We're perched high above the Douglas stand. The River Douglas flows to the rear. Hence the nickname of the Wigan Club, the Riversiders. Not very often used, actually. But it's all on tonight. The test team selected tomorrow, and it's Yorkshire to kick deep. Lancashire in possession. That's John Pendlebury. Carl Webb out to John Fieldhouse. Webb again. Brings it left. Into touch. Paul Forber, St Helens prop. First scrum, Yorkshire's head and ball. That's Yorkshire's ball. And there's a knock on in the scrum. Oh, punch thrown then. And very threatening gesture from John Pendlebury. Referee Linda won't put up with those sort of things. A flare up in the opening minutes. And first penalty to Lancs. Mick Burke to take it. Burley, fullback from Widnes, finds touch just beneath our commentary position. Carl Webb to take the tap. Webb of Warrington to Andy Gregory of Warrington. That's Mike O'Neill of Widnes, plays it to Webb, to Gregory. Oh, it's hard stuff, this. That's Paul Forber. Webb dummy half. Andy Gregory. Bob Eccles. Almost on the halfway line. Referee penalises Brendan Hill. Another kick to Lancashire. Mick Burke to take. Andy finds. Carl Webb to take tap. Andy Gregory. Forber. Webb again, dummy half. Gregory. Jinking. Trying to find the gap. On the Yorkshire 25-yard line. Eccles. Myler. O'Loughlin. Pressure on Yorkshire. Tony Myler. Nice slip pass. Bob Eccles. Sixth tackle coming up. Will we see the bomb? It's a chip by Andy Gregory, but it's well saved there over the Yorkshire line. No, not quite over the Yorkshire line. The referee says play. Yes, just in front of the Yorkshire try line. Yorkshire bringing it away. Brendan Hill. Mick Morgan. Sixth tackle coming up. Here's the kick. And it's knocked down, and I think Lancashire in possession here. No, Yorkshire regain it. Referee says play on. Clean slate. Derek Fox, dummy half. Run around move here. Brendan Hill. And Lancs in possession. Yorkshire. Brendan Hill got it back. Man injured over there. Lancashire man. Watkinson plays to Derek Fox. Mick Morgan back to Fox. On the halfway line. Derek Fox, Watkinson, Mick Morgan. Watkinson dummy half. Pass to no one. And a boot there on the ball from Mike O'Neill. But Yorkshire back in possession on the halfway line. Brendan Hill, big man. Fox, dummy half. David Hobbs. Watkinson acting half back. Mick Morgan. Crowd very, very quiet. Watkinson acting half back. That's John Joyner. Sloppy pass. Kick charge down by Mick Burke, but the referee rules scrum down. Lancashire's head and ball. Andy Gregory to feed. Lancashire's ball. Myler. Test team pick tomorrow. These lads will be trying, certainly trying very hard. Andy Gregory. High tackle, I think. Penalty to Lancashire. Mick Burke comes up to take it. Safe, not too far, but safe. Ball on the halfway line. Carl Webb to play. To Andy Gregory. Forber loses the ball. Yorkshire in possession. Morgan. Brendan Hill of Leeds. Mick Morgan had a lot of ball in the opening minutes. Mick. David Heron, number 13 for Yorkshire. Derek Fox. David Hobbs plays. John Joyner knocks on. Playing a standoff, been playing loose forward for Castleford, but picked a standoff tonight. Andy Gregory feeds. It's Yorkshire's ball though. Derek Fox. John Joyner, the space here. Gary Hyde. Gary Hyde making ground into the Lancashire 25. Score stands 0-0. Run around with Mick Morgan. Nice move this. Brendan Hill runs onto that ball, but well tackled indeed. Yorkshire with the pressure on Lancashire now. Chris Burton. Number 12. Derek Fox. Dave Heron. Dave Heron looking for support. John Joyner just too late. Ball's played Watkinson. David Hobbs puts the kick in. Oh, and it's missed. completely by Joe Lydon of all people, and it bounces straight into the hands of Gary Hyde, who puts the first points on the board for Yorkshire. What a dreadful error that. Wouldn't wish that upon anyone, but these things do happen in all forms of sport. Goal kicker for Yorkshire tonight, David Hobbs. Not an easy kick, yard or so in from the touchline.
The try scorer for Yorkshire, number 3, Gary Hyde.
Taking his time, landing up this ball, Dave Hobbs. Yorkshire in the lead, 4 points to 0. He wants to add another 2. Right on the 25-yard line. And he pulls that right across the face of the stick, so the score stands Lancashire 0, Yorkshire 4. And it's Lancashire to kick off. There's a grubber there from Andy Gregory, and the referee rules penalty to Yorkshire. Dave Hobbs to kick. He finds it, no problem. Beautiful evening, the pitch in superb condition. Credit to the groundsman here at Central Park, Wigan. And I slip past there to Derek Fox. He's well held. Mick Morgan. Tripped over John Pendlebury's feet then. It wasn't a trip, he just tripped over him. That's Chris Burton. He loses the ball, but Yorkshire have it. Clean slate, touch the Lancashire man first. That's Fox to Joyner. Joyner makes ground, and lovely pass, but it's dropped by fullback Andy Kay. And Yorkshire regain possession. Sloppy play from Lancs. Yorkshire with it, Brendan Hill crashing in. He's found that line. No, not quite. Not quite. And it's Derek Fox opening up play. Mick Morgan, little pass. It's dropped and regathered by David Hobbs. 20 yards in front of the Lancashire post. That's Morgan again. Loose forward on a nice run here, and a sloppy pass into touch. No chance of Carl Gibson getting that one. Very little enthusiasm from the crowd at the moment. And it's Lancashire's ball. Referee says no. Re-scrum. Lancashire's head and ball. Andy Gregory to feed. Webby shovels that one out for Lancs. Bob Eccles, well tackled. Webb, dummy half. Mike O'Neill, Carl Webb, dummy half. Referee rules Yorkshire offside, penalty to Lancs. And Mick Burke to take. Andy Gregory teaming up with his former colleague the Widnes fullback. A good kick that time. Banner over there, Union Jack with Wigan Athletic on it. Goodness me. Andy Gregory. That's Paul Forward to play to Webb. This is Bob Eccles. Webb, Fieldhouse. Webb. Andy Gregory, jinking. Gets a pass out. Lovely pass there to John Pendlebury. Good defence from Yorkshire there. Mick Burke to play. Nice move there, Bob Eccles to his Warrington partner, Carl Webb. He's well tackled though. Pressure's on Yorkshire this time. It's a bomber from Andy Gregory. It's a good one too. And knocked back well by Andy Kay. Yorkshire in possession. Brendan Hill brought that ball away. In the thick of it, Brendan Hill tonight. Watkinson acting half to Mick Morgan. Dummy from Mick Morgan. Not taken though. Watkinson acting half back. David Heron. Derek Fox, kick here from David Hobbs. That's easily gathered. Ledger, he plays. This is a nice move. John Joyner in that. This is a nice move. O'Loughlin to Joe Lydon. Joe Lydon very well tackled indeed by Carl Gibson. Batley wingman. And it's a scrum down. 10 yards in, of course. Yorkshire's head and ball. To Lancashire. Mick Burke to take this again. Well, it's Lancashire on the attack, but Yorkshire in the lead. 1 try to 0. 4 points to 0 in Yorkshire's favour. Carl Webb, the acting halfback. Sorry, to play the ball to Andy Gregory. Paul Forber of Saints. That's Webb, Gregory, Eccles, Gregory. Fieldhouse. O'Loughlin. Andy Gregory. Nice pass there to Webb. Webb slips. Andy Gregory in possession again. Fieldhouse. Bad pass from Fieldhouse. David Laws, the recipient. And it's touch. Yorkshire's head and ball. Derek Fox, number 7 to feed. Joyner line well up. Derek Fox tries to bring it away, but well brought down. It's David Hobbs. Brendan Hill having a lot of ball in this game. Burton to play to Watkinson to Mick Morgan. John Joyner acting half this time. It's played to the left. There's a kick there from Dave Hobbs, which is very well taken, but stepped into touch. Barry Ledger stepped into touch. Lovely take, but unfortunately that foot went on the line, and that's touch. Yorkshire's head and ball yet again. Fox feeds. Re-scrum. Yorkshire's ball. Joyner. To Andy Mason of Bramley, plays to Derek Fox. Joyner. Nice pass back to Joyner. Joyner with a very poor pass, which is taken very gratefully by Lancashire's number 8, Paul Forber. That's Carl Webb on the halfway line. Andy Gregory acting halfback. Pendlebury. Paul Forber. O'Loughlin acting half. Pendlebury. That's Bob Eccles. No way through this time, Bob. Sixth tackle coming up. It's Webb's ball to Andy Gregory. Andy Gregory kicks for touch, and it's very well taken indeed by Carl Gibson. And he's manhandled very, very toughly into touch by Joe Lydon and Andy Gregory. Joe Lydon, but determined he'll be to make over that mistake, letting the Yorkshireman in. Referee says Andy Gregg fed his own forward, so it's penalty to Yorkshire. Fox to kick. Watkinson to take the tap. That's Brendan Hill. Big lad who certainly plays to his weight. Watkinson, Fox, McMorgan, Chris Burton, LKR. Watkinson acting half. Morgan. Watkinson reverses play. This is Joyner. Gary Hyde. Watkinson. Fox. Morgan. Missed by Andy Gregory. Yorkshire still in possession. It's Andy Kay of Hunslet. Wriggles out of the tackle. Looking for space, trying to find that centre over there. Gary Hyde. This is Brendan Hill. That looks like ball back, and it is. Well, the crowd haven't found a lot to shout about so far. Andy Gregory feeds. Referee says re-scrum. Gregory feeds again. This time it's Lank's ball, shoveled out that time by Webb. And David Stevenson on the break. The crowd come to life. Wigan has the ball. And the penalty given for infringement on David Stevenson to Lancashire. Mick Burke called up to bang the ball into touch. No problem to Mick. Nearly over the stands. Lovely night here. More like spring than September. That's Gregory. Ooh, the tackling's hard. John Pendlebury. And he tries to slip a pass, and it's well taken indeed by Tony Myler. That's Webb to Gregory. Sells a dummy, but John Fieldhouse is penalised for obstruction. Derek Fox to kick for Yorkshire. Not very deep, but safe. And it's Yorkshire in possession. That was a hard tackle on Chris Burton. Took that pass from Dave Herron. Fox. Brendan Hill. Crowd coming to life. Ball being moved across by Yorkshire. Captain in possession. Joyner. Mick Morgan. Andy Mason. Taken into touch. And so yet another scrum. Lancashire's head and ball again. Andy Gregory to Tony Myler. He loses the ball and regains. Referee says carry on. Andy Gregg. Slips two men. Falls for a tackle by Derek Fox. Fieldhouse. Pendlebury. That's Pendlebury to Bob Eccles. Trying to find space. Nice pass to Myler. I think it's Myler. It wasn't. It was his mate Webby. That's Andy Gregory. Run around move here with Pendlebury. Bringing in Tony Myler. Gregory, dummy half. Takes it right. Kick there from Dave Stevenson. Taken very well indeed. And Carl Gibson. No, David Laws. Correction. That's big Brendan Hill. He's tackled very hard by John Fieldhouse. Mick Morgan. Oh, Warhorse Mick brought into the team at the last minute. There's a kick. Long 1-2. Mick Burke's got it covered. Got Joe Lydon with him. But he's going solo. Almost on the halfway line. Joe Lydon. It's John Pendlebury. That's Tony Myler. Trying to dummy his way through, but they're not taking dummies tonight. Gets the ball out though to Bob Eccles. And Bob breaks two tackles, three tackles, and slips. O'Loughlin to Gregory. Gregory jinking. And there's a Lanksman hurt there. I thought I saw Bob Eccles hurt his back in that tackle. That's Kieran O'Loughlin. And the physio's on. Looked like a back injury to Bob Eccles. And a scrum down. Physio attending to the big back of Big Bob. Seemed to damage as he fell after slipping out of 2 or 3 tackles there. He's up again, he's okay. And it's Derek Fox to feed, but referee says re-scrum. Not happy about that. Mr. Lindop, the referee. Score still stands at Lancashire 0, Yorkshire 4 points. John Joyner. Lovely pass there to Derek Fox, and he beats his man, but he doesn't beat David Stevenson. It was Kieran O'Loughlin. I apologise, Kieran. There's a knock on by Derek Fox. Bad pass though. Scrum on the 25-yard line, right in front of the Lancashire post. The referee says no, scrum again. Mr. Lindop not at all happy with his packing. Scrum yet again. And we see it, the scrum fed by Lancs and possession by Yorkshire. That's Andy Kay, the fullback. He's getting nowhere. His opposite number in the tackle, Michael Burke. Derek Fox. David Hobbs. Watkinson. Nice pass there. Another one. Derek Fox. From Dave Heron. Dave Heron again. Slip ball to Chris Burton. Joe Lydon in the tackle here. Pressure on the Lancs line. That's Joyner to McMorgan. McMorgan's going solo. 6 tackle coming up. I think we'll see the kick. Watkinson to Fox. Fox dummies and slips the pass on his right. Tries to fool the Lancs defence, but Lancs get possession. A changeover. 6 tackles, of course. John Fieldhouse clearing his line like a good one. John Pendlebury plays to Andy Gregory. Andy Gregory trying to make his way through the middle. Eccles acting half. That's unusual. Tony Myler. And not a good pass at all. Looks like Yorkshire again. Yes, in possession. Morgan. Hobbs. Yorkshire player injured, but play carries on. Hyde, Fox, Morgan, Kay. Kay plays to Morgan. Morgan having to go alone. Fox acting half. Heron. This is Fox. Puts in a little chip kick. Little grubber retakes beautifully. Pushes it left to Joyner. And that's a try to Yorkshire. The scorer, number 4, Mason, Andy Mason of Bramley. So Yorkshire 8 points in the lead to Lancashire's 0.
Try score for Yorkshire, Andy Mason.
Well, Lancs seem to have had so much of the play, but Yorkshire have scored. Move created beautifully by Yorkshire's number 7, Derek Fox. Well, on paper, I must admit the Lancashire team looked a lot stronger, but what's on paper doesn't always happen on the field. And it's Derek Fox entrusted with the goal kick. Just inside the 25-yard line. And he kicks. And it's straight through the middle. Yorkshire take the lead by 10 points to 0.
Successful kick, Derek Fox.
Match started a little after 7:30. I reckon on my Mickey Mouse watch there's about 3 or 4 minutes to go in this first half. Joe Lydon not happy with the ball, neither is the referee. He kicks it off, requests another one. 7 minutes left, I'm informed by cameraman Ian Unsworth of Easy Video, Wigan. So Lydon's been brought up to take the kick. It's long and deep. And it's beautifully taken by Andy Kay. On the Yorkshire 25-yard line, Derek Fox. Chris Burton. Watkinson to Mick Morgan, inside to Brendan Hill. He loses the ball but knocks it backwards, and no, the referee's not happy. He says scrum down. Well, rarely have I seen a crowd who I estimate about 3,000 to 4,000 people be so quiet at a rugby league match. Mick Burke for Lancashire. Plays for Widnes in Cheshire, but born in Lancs. That's Forber of Saints. He's held down, foot's held by Dave Hobbs, and Joe Lydon bangs the ball right-footed into touch, and a very good touch indeed. So the pressure on Yorkshire, and Lancashire need to score now. 5 or so minutes before half-time. Andy Gregory, long good pass to Tony Myler. O'Loughlin, Stevenson. Yeah, nice reverse move. Lancashire throwing this ball about Fieldhouse. Sloppy pass, but well taken by Gregory, but he shrugs off a tackle, and it's Forber to Joe Lydon. The excitement started to mount now at last. Thank goodness for that. Let's get some atmosphere around here. Gregory to Bob Eccles. He can't get his pass in. Carl Webb acting half. Andy Gregory. Tony Myler. Dummies, shimmies. Pendlebury. Andy Gregory. Jenkins jogging. Throws the ball anywhere in Yorkshire possession. David Heron accepts it like a gift. That's big Brendan Hill. Leeds prop plays to Watkinson. He brings in Chris Burton of Hull KR. Watkinson to Mick Morgan. Ball's lost, but no, referee says it's a knock-on. And it's Lancashire's head and ball. Coach Alex J. Murphy won't be happy about this half-time score that's looks like coming up. There'll be some ranting in the dressing room from AJ, and there should be too. And it's feet up against Yorkshire, and Andy Gregg takes a quick tap, and he's going through, he's jigging through. This is try, yes, no problem. That's a typical Andy Gregory try. The opportunist ever, and puts Lancashire back into the match just before half time. A super little move by a super little scrum half. Dynamic. The only word.
Try scorer for Lancashire, Andy Gregory.
Applause all round for Andy Gregory, Wigan born and bred. Played several seasons for Widnes. Had a disagreement, and Warrington stepped in, swapping Fieldhouse and a bag of loose change for the dynamic Andy Gregory. Fieldhouse had a lot of fans at the Warrington Club, making a lot of fans now at Widnes, the Chemics. And it's the Chemics fullback to kick. Attempting to put 2 points onto that try of Andy Gregory's. Straight and true. So that brings the match to life. Mick Burke, the kicker.
Just to remind you, the Radstock Award, £100 plus a weekend holiday at the Shore Hill Golf Club and Country Club. Tonight's selection will be made by Des Drummond, the Great Britain winger.
So that's 10 points to 6 in favour of the Tykes, if I may use the expression, Yorkshire. And Derek Fox kicks deep. Mick Burke's got it covered. And so has Joe Lydon. Joe Lydon traps and decides to go on a run. The man of the match award tonight, chosen by Great Britain star Lee Wigman, Desmond Drummond. Man of the match gets £100 plus a week and holiday at the Shaw Hill Golf and Country Club. That's Andy Gregory jinking away again. Referee right on the spot. Looked rough, but it wasn't. He plays to Webb. Pendlebury to Eccles. Eccles, good pass there. Inside to Myler. Webb. Fieldhouse. Stevenson. Eccles grounded by Big Brendan. Andy Gregg again kicks for touch. No, he doesn't. Kicks deep. Okay. Following a juggly ball. Takes it well. Gaining ground. Felled on. Peter Fox and Alex Murphy. 10. Well, the Lancashire team are on the field for the start of the second half. We've been entertained by the Oral Brass Band during the interval. We had a ground announcement during the half-time break with the lead doctor go to the dressing rooms, and we've just been informed by the ground announcer that Sean Edwards comes on at number 14 in place of Andy Gregory. Now, Andy's been nursing a leg injury since Sunday's encounter at Hull KR, so whether that's a reoccurrence, I think it could well be. So, will this make a big difference? Sean Edwards, fine player.
Replacement on the Yorkshire side, the substitute number 14, Paul Lyman from Featherstone Rovers, replaces David Watkinson from Oakingston Rovers.
And substitution.
Number 14, Paul Lyman for Yorkshire, and number 14, Sean Edwards for Lancashire.
So Paul Lyman is on in place of hooker David Watkinson. David Lyman of... Sorry, Paul Lyman of Featherstone Rovers, number 14, replaces David Watkinson. So two 14s on the field. And that's the number 13, that's David Heron for Yorks. And Mick Morgan, and he's done a lot of running tonight. Paul Lyman, first touch of the ball. Derek Fox. Mick Morgan again. Test team pick tomorrow. Derek Fox. Yorkshire with it. Here's a kick. It's a deep one. Barry Ledger, he can run. St Helens flyer. No room for the Barry there though. That's Myler. And he's roughly brought to the grass by Brendan Hill. Had a good game, Brendan Hill, so far. Brendan Hill, my pick of the forwards for Yorkshire. That's my own personal pick in the first half. John Fieldhouse for Lancashire. This is Sean Edwards. And Brendan Hill penalised, interfering in the play. Mick Burke comes up, takes that ball casually one-handed. As easy as Botham or both of them takes a slip catch, but he kicks right up to us and nearly destroys our camera. Carl Webb to tap. Sean Edwards. Paul Forber. And loses the ball. And Derek Fox with it. Sean Edwards has him grasped. Yorkshire with it. Chris Burton, Hull KR. Plays to Mick Morgan of Oldham. Yorkshireman though. Late for Oldham. Andy Mason, dummy half. Derek Fox in most of the moves for Yorkshire. Run on move there with Dave Herron. And this is Paul Lyman, the sub. Joyner, the captain. Hobbs, the kicker. And it's an absolutely beautiful kick, and it finds touch right in that corner. Pressure yet again on the Lancashire side. The War of the Roses. Lancashire's head and ball, and it's Sean Edwards to feed. Whose ball is it? It's Lancashire's ball. Lancashire needed it. Sean Edwards plays. Ooh, that was high, but it was fair. Brendan Hill, the tackler. That's Bob Eccles. Webb. Here's a kick. Looks a good one, but beautifully taken by Andy Kay. He gives a lovely pass and it's dropped. It's a super pass. And this is Lancashire. David Laws dropped that pass and gives Lancashire possession. Play is reversed. John Pendlebury looking for the gap. Slips the pass. To Mick Burke, up in play. Tony Myler. He's seen that gap, he's through it. Just got his shirt held and he throws the ball back. And it's Bob Eccles, he's over. I can always tell. Yes, he's there. Bob Eccles, Warrington's record try scoring forward. Lancashire, and the crowd are enthusiastic about that. They've enjoyed Bob's play. He tries to make tries or score tries every time he gets the touch of that ball, and that time it was made for him by Tony Myler's ingenuity, but it needed scoring, and when tries need scoring, when it comes to forward play, Eccles is the man. And so Lancashire fall back 4 points, so the score stands at 10 points each, with Mick Burke surely able to add 2 points to that Eccles try. Easy kick for a man of Burke's calibre, wipes the brow, hands on hips, takes his time, looks at the ball, looks at the sticks, right in step, and he misses it. Oh dear me. Pulls it wide of the left hand upright. He can't believe it. So it's 10 points all and everything to play for. For Yorkshire, for Lancashire, sorry, it's local boy Sean Wayne, number 15. Didn't see who went off. We'll inform you as soon as I know. Lancashire on their own 25 in possession. Barry Ledger made the run. That's Sean Wayne. This is Edwards trying to Lewis Jones with that little jink. There's a name to conjure with, Lewis Jones. Tony Myler. Mick Morgan a run around here with Andy Kay, number 1 for Yorks. Derek Fox to Mick Morgan, run around, brings in big Brendan Hill. Yorkshire have possession. Taking his time getting up, looks hurt. Yes, he does, he falls. And there's a kick there. And it's missed completely by Joe Lydon. Joe Lydon well below par in rugby terms today, not in golfing parlance, of course. And the Yorkshire player injured, and I've not noticed who's gone off for Lancashire. And it's David Heron in possession. Play carries on. It's treated by the physio. And Yorkshire with it. Lyman. That's Fox. To Hobbs. Pressure on the Lancs line. 10-all. And this is a try, and a fine try from loose forward David Heron. And Yorkshire into the lead yet again.
The try scorer for Yorkshire, David Heron.
So Yorkshire 14 points to 10 in the lead, and Derek Fox with this kick. And makes no mistake about that. So Yorkshire in the lead, 12 points to 10. And it's Paul Forber that's been replaced by Sean Wayne. Sean Wayne, number 15, replaces Paul Forber, number 10 for Lancashire. And it's Stevenson to kick. Taken very well indeed by David Laws. Mick Morgan acting half. Gives to Paul Lyman. Morgan again dummy half. Nice pass, Brendan Hill. Well tackled though. Fieldhouse has got through a tremendous amount of tackling tonight. Derek Fox moves the ball along. There's a kick there from Laws. It's a long one. McBurke has it. I think he expected Ledger to run with him, but he didn't. Sean Wayne acting halfback. Can't get the ball away. Webby will. Webby. Yeah. Pendlebury. Tony Myler. Carl Webb again, dummy half. Here's a kick from John Pendlebury. Looks a good one, and it is.
The Roadstock Award this evening, the Man of the Match Award, the selection will be made by Des Drummond. It's a weekend at the Shore Hill Golf and Country Club. Des Drummond to make the selection for the Roadstock Award Man of the Match for this evening's game.
Well, that was a ground announcer saying the man of the match gets a weekend at the Shore Hill Golf and Country Club. Says in the programme he also gets 100 quid. And John Pendlebury gives to John Fieldhouse. Cherry attire for forward, John. Nice lad too. That's Mick O'Neill to John Pendlebury to Sean Edwards. Looks very much like his dad. Good old Jackie. This is Bob Eccles. Pendlebury. O'Loughlin. 6 tackle coming up. Will we see a bomb? Bob Eccles, yes, it's a bomb. Looks too far to me. Bob Eccles tries for it, but ball goes dead, and it's a tap from the 25-yard line. Yorkshire with the ball. Michael Morgan taps and passes to Brendan Hill. No, it's not. It's David Hobbs. Mick Morgan. Oh, lovely switch pass with Derek Fox, but it was well read by Carl Webb and John Pendlebury. Paul Lyman, substitute for Yorkshire. Dave Heron to Dave Hobbs. And ball taken by Barry Ledger. Tackle well, but gets the pass into Mick Burke. Mick Burke gets the pass into Sean Edwards. And that was a beautiful tackle by Gary Hyde. On the halfway line, Lanc still in possession. Kieran O'Loughlin plays to Edwards. Edwards jinking, trying to sidestep, but pinned down by Paul Lyman with the assistance of Michael Morgan. Mick. John Pendlebury to Bob Eccles. Bob Eccles trying to crash his way through, looking for the gaps. Webb, Pendlebury. Sean Wayne. Webb acting half. There's a gigantic up and under from Sean Edwards. That's a good one. And it's missed by Mick Burke. And what's the referee said? Knock on, I think, yes. Scrum down. Mick Burke knocked it forward. And Joe Lydon was in an offside position. Oh, took it in front of the knock-on. And it's handing out against Carl Webb. And Yorkshire with the kick. A loose arm anyway, somewhere. May not be Webb, but someone in the Lancs pack had a loose arm. Indicates the referee Frederick Lindop of Wakefield. Not a good kick, but a safe one. On the Yorks 25. Mick Morgan had a lot of play tonight. Mick, he plays it. That's Brendan Hill. So, 10 points to Lancashire, 16 to Yorkshire. The Rodstock War of the Roses. Fox. That's Joyner. Dave Heron. He's had a solid game. Fieldhouse is injured. Mick Morgan's not. He's got it. On to David Hobbs. Oh, bad play between. Oh, there's a little dust up on the deck there, but Lancashire get possession. Yorkshire lose it. Hyde's bad pass to Gibson. Edwards, Sean Wayne, teammates of course here at Central Park. Webb, Eccles. Paul Lyman tackled tremendously since he came on at half time. That's Tony Myler. Sean Wayne, inside pass. Ball thrown back, gathered by Tony Myler. Tony Myler, not a good pass, but very well taken by Joe Lydon. Sean Edwards with a kick for the corner. Looks though it's going dead to me. No, it's not. Taken by Carl Gibson. Started motoring too late then, I thought, Carl. Derek Fox. In the Yorkshire 25. Clash of shoulder pads there, I think, the smack. McMorgan. Barry Ledger completely missed that, but he manages to trap it in soccer style, keeping it in touch. He's like a soccer wingman on the left, but he's playing right on a crossfield run. And he's beautifully tackled by Gary Hyde. This is Edwards. Can't mistake that blonde hair. John Pendlebury. The plays to Webb. Not a good pass. But play on, says referee. John Pendlebury with it. Andy Mason shouting for cover on this left. Bob Eccles has it. David Stevenson to John Fieldhouse. A long pass. And it's fumbled by Joe Lydon. Joe Lydon having a nightmare game, I'm afraid. Can he produce one of those Wembley winners? We shall see, we shall see. There's a Yorkshireman injured. The clock is stopped. Jit sponge and the Suba spray brought on by the physiotherapist. And Dave Hobbs takes the opportunity to have a little drink. So does Brendan Hill. And Mick Morgan too. Have Wigan star Nick Dutoit alongside me, offering me very kindly a cigarette. But Tony Myler gives to Mick Burke. Strong boy, Mick Burke. Lovely pass to David Stevenson. This is football. Lovely break from Stevenson, but a superb tackle by John Joyner. It's Tony Myler. David Stevenson to Kieran O'Loughlin, to Sean Edwards. John Pendlebury reverses play. A switch move. Myler to Edwards, to Mick Burke in the line, and Webb, no, it's not Webb, but it's Mick O'Neill loses the ball. Mick O'Neill of Widnes, and Yorkshire have ball, will play. Brendan Hill. Just inside the Lancashire half. David Laws, dummy half. Mick Morgan. Derek Fox tries to break cover. Fails to. Morgan. Aaron. Lovely pass there, but completely fumbled by David Laws. So Lancs back in possession, and it's Sean Wayne. Somebody loses a boot. It's David Laws. Edwards. McBurke. Bob Eccles. Good pass there. But it's a pass from Kieran O'Loughlin, I think, or was it Barry Ledger? Barry Ledger, I think, was intercepted, and Yorkshire have possession yet again. David Hobbs. Inside the Lancs 25. Derek Fox. Fumble by Mick Morgan. That's the first one. I didn't think it was knock on. I thought it went backwards, but the referee's in charge. I'm not, and the referee's always right. And it's a scrum down. Andy Gregory's got his head bandaged up and he's coming on in place of Mick Burke. Andy Gregory coming on, looking like Tonto, must have got a head wound, and Mick Burke's coming off.
Substitution for Lancashire. Andy Gregory replaces Mick Burke. Andy Gregory replaces Mick Burke.
Heavily strapped, elastoplast around his head, Andy Gregg. Andy Gregory feeds, and Lancashire get. And he's in the bustle and hustle again. A fierce but fair tackle on Andy Gregory, but this is Fieldhouse. He can't feel it. Ooh, crash bang, wallop. Well, Desmond Drummond's got a job on picking the man of the match. Gregory to Sean Wayne. Ooh, Brendan Hill. He's tackled his heart out tonight. Andy Gregory. Can he inspire the Lancashire team? This is Bob Eccles. Tackling's been very strong from both camps. Sean Wayne. On for Paul Forber. Carl Webb. Andy Gregory. And it's knocked on. I think no referee says play on. It's Tony Myler. The referee says change over. Myler has to give the ball. Well, Brendan Hill's eager to get it. And the referee, Lindop, penalises Myler for not giving the ball over quick enough. And David Hobbs will take the kick. He's going for goal. It's over 40 yards. Well, Yorkshire 6 points in front. If he got this, it means Banks would have to score twice, of course. 6 points the margin. Round about halfway through the second half of this Rodstock War of the Roses match. Central Park, Wigan, 11th of September 1985. Taking his time. It's over 40 yards this. This will be a good one if he gets it. Bang, a mighty boot. It had the height, it had the distance. Incredible kick, but it was wide of the left-hand post.
Just to remind you that the game at full time is drawing. 15 minutes each way will be played, and in the event that the game is still drawing, then teams will turn round and it will be the first one to score.
Ground announcer reminding us that if it's a draw after 80 minutes, 15 minutes each way will be played extra time, and if the draw is then still on the scoreboard, it will be the first team to score, be it try, be it penalty, be it drop goal. This is Brendan Hill in play again. Mick Morgan, his fellow prop, gives to Derek Pike, the number 7, to David Hobbs. Derek Fox. Two fine scrum halves on view here tonight. Andy Gregory and Derek Fox. Oh, this is a lovely break from David Heron. And he gives to centre. Andy Mason. He's tackled, but the pressure's on Lancashire again here. Many of the Yorkshire players, I think, playing well above themselves tonight. And that's an up and under there from Gary Hyde. And the ball goes dead, and it looks like a drop from under the sticks. And it's a drop. A long drop, taken well by David Laws. 25. It built like a brick outhouse. And this is a lovely pass here between the second row. Chris Burton sending in David Hobbs for a try for Yorkshire. Yorkshire will be very, very pleased. The pot will be beaming.
Try scorer for Yorkshire, David Hobbs. Try scorer, David Hobbs.
from Yorkshire. Brendan Hill in with the drive. Descended. David Hobbs currently playing with Oldham. This side of the Pennines, but obviously born to the other side at Pennines. And Derek Fox, he's kicked well. Makes no mistake, right? Yep.
The conversion by Derek Fox.
Conversion, says the ground announcer. I'm told by referees there's no such word in rugby league as conversion now. That only applies to the union game and religion.
To remind you, Des Drummond, Great Britain is looking for the...
Once again, we're reminded by the ground announcer that, oh, there's a knock on there by Derek Fox. Once again, we're reminded, as I say, by the ground announcer that Desmond Drummond is picking the man of the match. He's got a hard job on, believe me. And it's Andy Gregory's ball for Lancashire. Shimmies, dummies, switches it back inside to John Pendlebury. He's grasped by, he's up number 13, David Herron. Andy Gregory again. He gives to Dave Stevenson. Dave Stevenson to Mick O'Neill. Mick O'Neill to Bob Eccles. Bob Eccles grounded. Well, Carl Webb, Tony Myler, he's creative. Chris Burton. Sorry, Johnny Fieldhouse, wrong team, wrong county. Fieldhouse plays. Sean Wayne in possession. He loses the ball. The Lancashire team have lost a lot more ball than Yorkshire, I think. And the score stands at Lancashire 10, Yorkshire 22. About 50 minutes to play. Don't think there's any chance of a draw myself, but you never know in this game of rugby league football. And Yorkshire with it, and that's a nice move. This is Derek Fox. He's had a great game. Paul Lyman to Mick Morgan. Oh, Mick's done some running tonight. He's marshalled this pack, I think, very well indeed, Mick, using the old head. It's another long raking kick from David Hobbs. Oh, there could have been a collision there, but it's beautifully taken by Sean Edwards. Touch of magic there, and he's jinking, juggling, pushes inside, and Stevenson goes down the centre. Oh, and he beats four men. Lovely pass there to Tony Myler, and the defence was wide open, but a superb tackle there. But a penalty given to Lancashire. And Joe Lydon bangs it into touch. Super run there from David Stevenson. And can Lancashire pull back these 12 points? Ooh, that's asking a lot, but Andy Gregg's going to try, and so is Mick O'Neill. Webb to Gregory, to Eccles, to Gregory, and not a good pass, but taken on second bounce. And there are three men in that tackle. Certainly fit these teams. Bob Eccles, that pass was down his back, and he's knocked off the ball. And the referee says knock on. I didn't think so, but the referee's in charge. And there's no arguments. It's a scrum down, and it's Yorkshire's head and ball. Mick Morgan hooking for Yorkshire since the departure of Watkinson. Referee says re-scrum. We've seen a lot of re-scrumming. Derek Fox from the pack. Jack in a box. Andy Gregory has him taped. Got his head taped as well. Dave. This is Paul Lehman. And this is a good break, Yorkshire. Oh, that was a high tackle. High tackle from David Stevenson. The referee awards a penalty immediately. Wasn't vicious, but the referees are trying to stamp it out. Andy Gregory, captain's having a little chat. Referee points to dressing room. It's a substitution. It's Mick Morgan coming off to well-deserved applause and being replaced by Andy Dennett. Andy Dennett of Hull replaces Mick Morgan. Ovation all the way around for Mick Morgan, but I notice a lot of spectators are leaving the ground. They're not happy with their county team tonight. There's an exit of spectators. If you live locally, well, they may get home in time to watch Terry and Arthur. Minder. I'll watch that when I get home. On my rented, heavily insured video. And it's David Hobbs to attempt the penalty. Looks a good one. And it's just inches wide of the left hand upright. And so the score still stands. Lancashire 10, Yorkshire 22. And AJM will not be happy. Long drop there. Lovely take by Andy Kay. He finds the halfway line. Had a good game, Andy Kay. John Joyner. There's the sub. Andy Dennett. He's big. He's tough. Here's a run-around move. Heron and Fox. But the ball stolen by Sean Edwards from Dave Heron. No, from Dave Hobbs. That's no problem recognising Sean Edwards. Ledger to O'Loughlin, to Joe Lydon, and Milas coming away with it, but the referee penalty for a fist against Yorkshire. Joe Lydon slams the ball into touch, and time is running out. Time is tight. Andy Gregory misses a man. Brings in John T. Fieldhouse. Andy Gregory again. Vital ground gained. That's a bad pass. And it's a knock on. Kieran O'Loughlin failed to hold. And it looks like the War of the Roses is going the Tykes' way. The Lankies are losing. Andy Gregory with it. Jinks looks for the gap. Oh, throws the ball nowhere. Or loses possession. I think he dropped it. Lost it in the tackle, and the referee says scrum down. John Joyner was the tackler. It's Lancashire's head and ball. Referee having words with the pack. Andy Dennett gone into the front row for Yorkshire. This is Tony Myler. Tries a dummy. A slice through. Well tackled by Gary Hyde. Done some tackling Gary has tonight. John Pendlebury to John Fieldhouse. And that's David Stevenson missing the pass. And I think Andy Key's in possession, but the referee says scrum down. No, it was Dave Stevenson in possession. And there's not a lot of time left. And it's a penalty for lowering the scrum. And Andy Gregg takes it himself. About 4 minutes of normal time left. We had that stoppage earlier on. But is it time enough to score 12 points or more? I doubt it. Bob Eccles. Tony Myler to John Fieldhouse. To Kieran O'Loughlin. Joe Lydon to Tony Myler. Overhead pass to no one. Into touch. Panic in the Lancashire ranks. And it's Derek Fox's ball. The man of the match award being announced. Derek Fox, the Yorkshire scrum half, gets the match award chosen by Desmond Drummond, the Lee and Great Britain star. Derek Fox had a great game and picked as man of the match. I think Brendan Hill's had a great game too. But Desmond knows his rugby league. And it a net. Damn it. Man of the match, Fox. Back to David Hobbs. Dave Hobbs with the long kick. It's covered by Barry Ledger. He lets it run, takes it. Got a long way to go. He gives to Sean Edwards, who jinks and jerks. Wriggles back to Ledger. Ledger, beautiful tackle, and passes allowed. People still leaving the ground. A lot of preparation gone into the organising of this match by the Rodstock group of companies. Was an almost interception, but this is Bob Eccles with it, and he gets a pass, but it's dropped, and man of the match, Derek Fox, is going beautifully, and he gets a superb pass in to centre three-quarter for Yorkshire for a super try. Andy Mason of Bramley scores that try, sets on a plate for him by man of the match, Derek Fox, the Yorkshire number 7, and that finally puts the nail in the coffin of Lancashire, and the War of the Roses is undoubtedly won by Yorkshire. They've played the football where it matters, near the opposition's line. Before this game we saw a superb schoolboy match between the under-11 schoolboys of Yorkshire versus the under-11 schoolboys of Lancashire, and in that one the Lancashire schoolboys played super rugby and they took the Lostock trophy and all got a medal and a tie that they will value forever. 16-8 I think the score was in the under-11 match, but the score in this match, well, it's completely the other way round. The Lanc schoolboys won, but the Lancashire men, well, they're definitely under the weather. Kick was short. Six points to 10
Presentation to the winning team
to Yorkshire.
in the Douglas side stand at the centre by Mrs. Elsie Stockley, the director of Rodstock. She will present to the winning captain the Rodstock War of the Roses trophy.
Sub. Derek Fox in the move again. And the crowd are flocking away. They're disappointed with the performance of the Lancashire lads. Several of them Wigan born, all born this side of the old Pennines, but the Douglas stand, which is right beneath us, so we can't get a camera on that presentation. But we hope you've enjoyed the video.